student life in EBS is mostly the best part.
Yeah, we're a small group, but we're really tight, and everybody is very close with each other.
Yeah.
Estonian Business School is the oldest and the only private business university in Estonia. EBS operates in 2 countries, in Estonia and in Finland. Welcome to join EBS student body in Tallinn and in Helsinki.
Hyvää päivää, tere päevast, good afternoon. Welcome to the Estonian Business School Helsinki Master Studies webinar. My name is Sigrid Lainevee, I am head of EBS Helsinki and I am moderating today's webinar. Today our focus is at EBS Helsinki studies. We look more deeply into the management and leadership specialization, and we will introduce admission process and the important dates. During the webinar, you are welcome to send us your questions using the Facebook and YouTube links. And the back office team will collect your questions and we will answer them during the webinar. The webinar will last approximately 1 hour. It will be recorded and will remain available to you also afterwards. I am currently at EBS Tallinn campus. During this week, info session for our prospective students have been held from this new and beautiful EBS studio. And I am extremely happy to be back at EBS and out from the home office from where I have been working for the last 8 weeks. And I cannot wait until I can travel again to Helsinki. By the way, EBS Helsinki campus is located in innovative Technopolis Business Park in Ruoholahti. EBS studies in Tallinn and Helsinki were transferred to online format since the middle of March. Just like all universities in Estonia, in Finland, in other countries, we were not allowed to offer classroom studies due to the current emergency. We are very proud of our lecturers and the students who amazingly fast adapted with the new normal of teaching and learning. EBS lecturers managed to transform their courses to virtual study format in a couple of days and continued with no breaks. And we have counted that there have been close to 1,000 online lectures and seminars. However, blended learning is a common trend. EBS has been moving in the same direction. The current situation just made virtual studies real within days. And yet, university studies are people who teach you and people you study with. I am not here alone. Let me introduce you the presenters. First, I would like to introduce Professor Katri Kere. Hello, Katri.
Hello, everyone.
Katri, you are leading the Department of Marketing and Communication. You are also the head of the master's program we introduced today, and you are head of the marketing specialization in this program. Is that anyhow hard for you to cope with the somewhat contradicting roles? How do you keep balance between all the courses in your department?
Thank you, Sigrid, for this question. And it actually is indeed quite intriguing one because the role of the program developer, program head, is a role of an idealist. So as a program head, I would like to have a program that has the most innovative and advanced courses, preferably staffed with international superstar teachers. But then as the head of the program, or head of the department, it is my role to hire those superstars and find teachers who are capable of delivering this very innovative content. So it is a challenge and a juggling constantly to balance those two roles. But yeah, I'm trying to find a balance, and we are trying to keep up innovative and interesting teaching.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you, Katri. Next, I am happy to introduce Ester Eomois, who is leading the management and leadership specialization. Hello, Ester.
Hello, thank you.
Ester, you have been a successful executive in healthcare industry. You are an entrepreneur. You are lecturer at EBS in Tallinn, Helsinki, and executive training. You are PhD student, soon to defend your dissertation. You are also president of a business and professional women organization in Estonia, and just recently your new health tech startup was launched. I know you do everything with passion, but how do you manage it all while being always calm and cool?
Oh, thank you, Sigrid. This is very true, you know, when you're telling me. But what can I say? I think this is a model we are really looking for, that we are combining academia with the practical experience. And definitely, I try to bring that to EBS. I've been myself with EBS 20 years as a visiting lecturer, now leading one of the specializations. But in terms of how I handle, that's the new model. You need to build up your career as a kaleidoscope career. You do different things, you combine things, you are challenged, you like, and then that just it goes. So definitely I think that having a good education as well as different ways of practicing things helps to do that.
Thank you, Esther. We are eager to hear more from you soon. I'm glad to introduce EBS Helsingi alumnus Ville Kartaslammi. Hello, Ville.
Hello, Sigrid, and hello, everyone. Hello.
Ville, you have an entrepreneurial mindset, and close to your heart is network management. You also have own company, Kartaslammi Consulting. But what was the most valuable piece of advice you received during your master studies at EBS Helsinki?
Well, being critical towards all information and ensuring all the sources well, and this sentence describes the whole idea of being independent professional thinker and came constantly out in many different contexts during EBS master studies. I think it's the most valuable advice.
Thank you, Ville. Let us proceed. May I introduce Professor Jukka Mäkinen?
Hello, Sigrid.
Hello,
nice to be here.
Hello, Jukka. Hello, Jukka. Your teaching and research area is business ethics, corporate social responsibility, sustainability. As a visiting scholar, you have been in the European best universities and to Stanford and Harvard. You are also an endurance athlete. International sports competitions are becoming more and more popular. People travel all around the world to run 42 kilometers and do this several times. What do you think is traveling more challenging when joining international sports competitions or being a student at foreign university?
Thank you, Sigrid. What a nice question. At least traveling used to be an easy part. But I would say that preparing for marathon is equally demanding. You need training, and you also need coaching, and EBS is providing those things. So great.
Thank you. In Helsinki, we have Liisa Leppävuori, the communications and admission specialist. Hello, Liisa.
Hi, Sigrid. Hi, everybody.
Liisa, you are the first contact at EBS Helsinki to our prospective students. What are the most common questions during the admissions process?
Thank you. That's a good question. I think the most common questions asked about applying to our Helsinki campus are when and how. So when can I apply and how can I apply? And we will find the answers to these questions later on in the info, so stay tuned.
Yes, thank you. And finally, our back office team dealing with your questions. Alli Palojärvi, study consultant at EBS Helsinki. Study consultant is supporting master students throughout their two-year journey and help to solve all kinds of study-related questions. Hello, Alli.
Hello. Please send us a lot of questions.
Thank you. And Kaisa Lindenburg, study consultant for master students at EBS Tallinn. If there are any questions today about our Tallinn programs, then Kaisa is right person to answer. Hello, Kaisa.
Hello, Sigrid. Hello, everyone. Welcome to EBS and definitely both to Helsinki or Tallinn.
These are the speakers whom you will meet very soon. Let me first give you a brief introduction to EBS. The privately owned university EBS has experienced more than 30 years. 10 years we have been teaching in Helsinki, and 5 years ago we opened in EBS Helsinki also the master's program. At EBS we offer studies in all three levels, bachelor's, master's and doctoral levels. Very common to the studies at EBS is the good balance of theory and practice. Alongside academic knowledge, the students gain the experience of leading practitioners. The 60+ great partner universities worldwide offer the possibility to have even more personalized experience. And alumni and students highly value the contacts they make throughout their studies. EBS Alumni Association provides excellent opportunities for business contacts, sports, as well as personal life. But now it is time to investigate the curriculum. Katri, please, floor is yours.
Thank you, Sigrid, once more. It's my pleasure to introduce you a little bit of EBS Helsinki, why to select EBS Helsinki as a place for studying, and then I will give a brief overview of the contents of the MA Master's Program. So first, why EBS Helsinki? Well, there are several reasons, as you see also on the slide. I would like to highlight some of them. One of the things we are really proud of is that EBS has an entrepreneurial mindset. So as Sigrid also introduced Esther, the head of the one of the specializations of EBS Helsinki, as an entrepreneur, the same way we actually would like all or most of our faculty to have practical experience, and we are proud to say that almost everyone who teaches students also has had some experience in doing business themselves. So it's not only textbook knowledge you get, but you get knowledge from real life as well. Our programs are in constant improvement. We are looking at different trends in economy, what's relevant and important in business, and we always incorporate this into our study programs. Then one of the things that is quite specific to EBS and really exceptional is that our studies are organized in a very flexible way. So it is possible to take up your master's studies while also working either part-time or full-time, depending on your personal capabilities, depending on how well you proceed with your studies, but we offer a study program that helps you also to balance your work and academic life. As mentioned, you will meet like-minded people. Studying is not only about knowledge, but also about networking. Networking with other students, getting connections to the corporate world. And our faculty is quite international. You will meet here today people who are from Tallinn and Helsinki, or from Estonia and Finland, but our staff comes from a variety of culture and country backgrounds. Then what is the MA degree? This is a specialized business degree, so this is something that you might take up after 3 years bachelor studies immediately, or also we invite people who are already in the job market, have had a little bit of break between their bachelors and now have realized they still would like to take up masters. We provide you with general business competencies and then in-depth specialization area. There is a variety of future career perspectives. You could take up senior manager positions, team leaders, but the career paths are really quite wide. Why EBS MA? We are striving for a good balance of academic knowledge and practical knowledge. So while we still keep academic rigor and quality, we want you to leave with knowledge that is applicable in your real life situations, in your businesses. And as quite many of our students work, nearly, not 100%, but most of them work, then all those students bring into classroom their own problems and challenges. So the discussions do not evolve only around theoretical issues and cases from the textbooks, but the discussions evolve around real life business problems. And in case you are the person who is facing some business challenges, you are lucky to get input from your colleagues in classroom, and you can actually find synergies immediately between your studies and work. Also, we allow for exchange semesters. So now when you look at how the studies are organized, we have the program lasts 2 years, 4 semesters. The specialization is divided between 3 semesters. You get 1/3 of your specialization on semester 1, 2, and 4. And then on the first semester, we have a core courses block of advanced business core, which provides you with a very good general business knowledge regardless of your specialization. Then on the second semester, we have professional research skills module, which is a combination of knowledge for the academic purposes, but also gives you knowledge if you need to take up any business-related research. Now, the third semester is something we are quite proud of. This is a semester for elective or exchange studies. So 1/4 of your studies you can actually design yourself. You can either pick different modules or courses that support your interests or career aspirations at EBS. You can also go on exchange semester to our partner universities, and the semester courses you do at the partner university are fully counted as part of your studies at EBS. And then the 4th semester is the last part of your specialization and time to write your final thesis. And now a little bit about the specializations. We have a total of 3 specializations. marketing, accounting and finance, and management and leadership. And management and leadership is the specialization that is wholly taught in Helsinki. So if you select this specialization, you will be able to study in the Helsinki branch, all the specialization. The marketing specialization and accounting and finance are taught in EBS Tallinn. But as we have session-based studies, it is also possible to travel from Finland and take those specializations. The marketing specialization consists of 3 modules or nano degrees, as we call them. Strategic marketing, which is focusing on how marketing works. We have a communication module to teach you everything about how communication work. And last but not least, we consider very important our consumer behavior nano degree, because you can't do marketing if you don't know how human beings work. The accounting and finance specialization is combined of 1 nano degree on accounting and 2 on finance to give you a balanced understanding of everything related to financial matters of a company. And the 3rd specialization here is management and leadership. I will not dive deep into that because this will get a separate introduction. So I would like to thank you for listening to this short introduction about the program as a whole. And in a while, the head of the management and leadership department specialization, Esther, will introduce it closer to you. But now I will give word back to studio. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Katri, for the thorough introduction. Now let us look more deeply into the management and leadership specialization. Esther, floor is yours. Esther, please, microphone.
Yeah, on. Hello, now I can exactly. So this is the specialization that is taught fully in Helsinki. So management and leadership. Why do we need this type of specialization? And I have here some of the explanations. So first of all, it is a specialization that takes of 3 modules. And these modules are 1st semester, 2nd semester, and last semester. But what is this leadership about and why we need that nowadays? If you are thinking about as master students to proceed a management position, it can be a middle management position, it can be a team lead, a CEO, or having a mind of entrepreneurial leadership I'm doing myself today, being a founder, as well entrepreneur, as leader. So you do need this. So the leadership has changed quite a lot in recent times. First of all, we don't have this top-down approach anymore. We do need to think about to get to do the right things, not only do the things in the right way. And in our specialization of 3 modules, we are looking for different competencies, and you have them also here, what we have outlined as future leaders. So it is about curiosity, intuition. It is about leadership and creativity. It is about cultural awareness. It's about change management. And definitely this is something we are going to go through in our specialization. I also have a quote on this slide. I have planned a specialization. We have quite a lot of international faculty. And one of the professors we have in our specialization is Anne-Marie Steen. She's the founder of Creative Leadership, and she's talking about creative leadership. We can't go on the same way we have done in previous times. We are in new times. We need to look on the leading of organizations in transformation. So please, next slide. Please, you can see now the outline of the specialization. It takes of 3 nanodegrees, 3 smaller parts. The first is about managing digital ecosystems. That's the first semester. That's the big picture. We can define our societies today as digital ecosystems that are constantly changing. We don't know what is ahead. And we are telling us, in addition, in help with international faculty, how to learn about these complex digital ecosystems and how to make decisions in that. We have Mary Skitzing, who's professor in our university, has a US background in studies, taking a lead in this part. As well, we have professors, we have visiting faculty from Germany, from Estonia, from other European countries. The next part is the leadership in digital era. And this is about personal development. In order to be a good leader, you need your personal competence network. And this is about leadership and your personal development. We are creating a skills and competence set you can learn about as well, practice, how to be a creative, transformational leader, how to make an impact in society, how to be creative. As well, we have a capstone project here. I will tell about that a little bit later. So, and the third, this is the last semester. It's all about the concluding about this specialization. It's about organization, how to make transformation in organizations, how to create a transformational mindset, not only in your head, but as well in the head of your followers in your organization. We are including in all specialization a lot of international faculty, not only international faculty, but as well the part of industry. And for that, we have this capstone project. You can't really study management and leadership in a classroom. That's my understanding of things. So you need a project. You need to go outside the classroom. And we have had in previous years so-called cornerstone projects. We follow them. And this is practicing leadership, practicing transformational leadership and organizations change in different projects. I have outlined here some of the companies we have worked together. I'm sure some are quite known also for you, and we are working on that. So basically, you are not in a classroom. You are going to do a project in a company. So, and the next one is, we are not really in this specialization. We are not teachers. We try to be leaders ourselves. We are from industry. We are from the academia. We try to show you how to do things in a nice way and in the right way. As well, it's very important to create an environment that doesn't only involve our specialization. That's something that's all about our master degree. To have a friendly learning environment. As well, all the physical visits, physical meetings, physical field visits to organizations are combined with our virtual classroom that we are using basically daily. Like Katri said, we switched to online studies within days, and that's very true. We will continue. We have Canvas conferences we are using, and that's the way to go on. So I encourage you to start your studies as well. Why not to go for leadership and management studies? Thank you.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Esther, for the very inspiring overview. Ville, the program has changed quite a lot, isn't it? Please share us your own student experience.
Okay, yes, please. So I have been graduated 2 years ago in Helsinki, and here is some background of me, I have came from Ikalinen. 2008, I made my baccalaureate there. Then I made my bachelor studies in Vaasa University of Applied Sciences and did exchange studies in USA 2012. And I started my EBS 2015 when was the first master student group in Helsinki and graduated 2018. I take also several summer university courses during EBS time in Baltic countries and Sweden. And my working experience include forest industry, office works, banking sector, insurance companies, and nowadays my own consulting business. And trying to use all what I have learned in my consulting business. And here's some tips what I have learned in EBS. So in EBS you will have to work hard to succeed and achieve your goals. It's obvious. Personal input and curiosity are good for your studies, and you are expected to perform in academic excellence level. And use the opportunity to international experience like summer courses, exchange, so on. And make time for your master thesis process. It's quite long and needs time and preparing. And when you are thinking financing your studies, there are several options like a student loan, savings, job, and scholarships. You could do all together or use only something. And here are some pictures during the years where I have been with my class and summer courses. What I gained from my studies, it increased my business management vision of leadership and controlling change. It obviously added the attitude of critical and analytical information research. And as you could see, lifelong friendship from school and international perspective from many issues, like a different approach to studies and academic life than in Finland. I think it's more tougher and harder in EBS, and it's offer you more. It also offers eligibility for postgraduate studies in Finland and abroad if you are planning to doctoral level, and also will give a possibility to go also in municipal sector also. So here are some pictures of my projects in summer schools. And that was that. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Ville. International teams and opportunities, one of my favorite topics. Jukka, I will give floor over to you now that you can open up the value of international experience. Please.
Okay, thank you, Sigrid. So my experience of this type of settings are that I've been in Europe, in France, in Sciences Po, and also Audencia Business School, and in Amsterdam Business School, and recently I was 1 year at Harvard. I've also been there in the USA in Stanford University. So I would say that all of those experiences have been a little bit like life-changing experiences to me, and those are like real big issues. They have been like real big issues in my life. So I would say that the impact is often huge, and you learn quite a lot when you go abroad. And I would like to say that if you are a business student and going abroad, it's a little bit like creating your own business, that you really need to figure out your funding. You really need to figure out your budget and create your contacts and manage in a new environment and situation. So I would say that going abroad is something like pretty close to what running a business means, and that in that sense it's a very sort of useful experience for business students, and happily EBS master program is offering this type of flexibility, and if you look at this program and what Katri told, there is this semester 3, there is opportunity to go abroad and have this type of exchange semester in your program. So I would say that in EBS they have something like more than 60 partner universities, and some of them are running this Erasmus Plus program. I have some experience of teaching Erasmus Plus classes there in France, and I would say that they are like highly multicultural and interesting learning settings, and you really meet people coming from very different backgrounds and different cultures, and it's something like a very beneficial experience for at least for the teacher, but I would say that also for the students learn new things, and then so I highly recommend this type of experience during your studies, and it's really great that EBS is offering this type of opportunity to experience new cultural environments and learn from other scholars or other students coming from all over the world. So let's go back to Sigrid.
Thank you, Jukka. Yeah, it is true that studying abroad gives you really the opportunity to live in somewhere and experience everything else in addition to the studies. It is totally different than just traveling. And yeah, you will learn so much more through this experience. But finally, there is one more important piece of information: how to become a member of the EBS community. Microphone over to Lisa, please.
Thank you, Sigrid. I will now introduce the admissions process at EBS Helsinki. So the first step when you want to apply to EBS Helsinki is to submit your application in the Dream Apply portal. You can find the link to the portal and the applications on the MA program page, or you can find the link from the website marked on the slide. After this, you will then receive an interview invitation stating the time of your interview for the next possible admission day. Please remember to confirm that the time is suitable for you, and if not, please contact me and then we'll find you a better time. The admission interview is conducted by 2 interviewers. It lasts approximately 15 to 20 minutes and it will be conducted in English, naturally. Our entry requirements and the accepted English language certificates and tests you can find listed on our website. Please see the address on the slide here and contact me if you have any questions. Then, regarding the current pandemic, of course, our next admissions in May will be conducted online completely. More information will be shared with our May admission applicants closer to the admission day. We hope that in July, the admissions can be conducted regularly face-to-face, as we would very much like to meet our applicants in person, but we will follow the state regulations and arrange the admissions then accordingly. After your admission interview, you will receive the admissions decisions, aka the results, within two weeks via email. When you have received your results, you need to accept the offered study position at EBS via Dream Apply portal. We will send you the study contract in regular mail. You need to sign it and return it to us at EBS Helsinki via mail, or you can come drop it off at the office. It's fine too. So this is the admission process in a nutshell. Now let's take a look at the dates by which you need to submit your application. So if you wish to join our May admissions on 28th of May, you need to submit your application by 24th of May in Dream Apply portal. If for some reason you cannot take part in May admissions, you can join our July admissions on 9th of July. For July admissions, you need to submit your application by 6th. And like I said earlier, you can find all the information that I just mentioned, all the information regarding our admissions and the entry requirements on the website. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me via email. Please then let's look at, the important dates for you to remember at this point. So for our master students, their studies this autumn will kick off with an intro weekend, which will happen on the 14th and 15th of August in Tallinn. And this weekend is designed to kick off your master's studies and provide you with the great networking possibilities. You will also have your first course in coaching during this weekend, and so this is mandatory for all master students to attend. It will also, of course, be an opportunity for you to meet your course mates in Tallinn and in Helsinki. And more about our study days. The master's program is conducted in sessions. So the sessions will happen every other week at EBS Helsingin. And the study days are Friday and Saturday, and the days will last from approximately 9 or 9:30 to 5. I think that's all from me. Back to you, Sigrid. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa, for the overview. And we have now time for questions. And I have here some questions waiting. And let us see. We have a question that what is the salary after graduating master studies from EBS Helsinki? And I would like to give this question to Katri for you.
Thank you, Esther. It's a good question and it's an important question, but unfortunately I'm not able to answer this question to a fine detail, because we have had our master program in EBS Helsinki not for too long time. So we don't have a sufficient number of graduates from EBS Helsinki to give any generalizable results yet on the salary perspective of our graduates. But we have some information on the Estonian labor market, where some years ago a study was conducted to see how the business graduates from different Estonian universities are doing. And according to this salary survey, the EBS graduates were definitely among the top earners among the graduates of other business programs in Estonia. So although we don't have any data on Finland, we have data in Estonia that shows that the salary outlook for the graduates is very good.
Thank you. Esther, I have one question here for you. What kind of career the graduates have made after graduating master's programs at EBS?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sigrid, for asking. Just like complementing what Katri said. Well, yes, definitely. We are always interested about what is the salary level. But when now talking to EBS Helsinki graduates, that's more about like career development and confidence about your career. I've talked to several graduates of our master program, and they have been promoted in their career, either from the specialist level to middle management, or from the middle management to the top management level. But also some of them have used their studies to start their own companies. So I would like say that it's more or less nowadays when you plan your career, that through your studies, you get the promotion, you get the confidence about your career to move on. And as a result of that, you get paid more as well. So I think it's like a boost for your career, and definitely this is something I have experienced interviewing our graduates.
Thank you, Esther. I have here also one question to Liisa. Can I apply to EBS master's program if I have graduated from the University of Applied Sciences programs from Finland?
Thank you, Sigrid. The answer is yes. You can apply to our MA program if you've graduated from the University of Applied Sciences. If you've graduated from the Business Administration program, you are all set. But if you have graduated from a program from another field, for example, engineering, then you need to make sure that you fill our 3 prerequisite subjects, which are microeconomics, macroeconomics, and financial accounting. And if you have questions about this, please contact me and I will let you know more.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I have here also a question to Ville. How did you plan your time so that you were able to succeed both in work and in university studies as well personal life?
Okay, thank you for the question. I make a tight schedule to myself, like an Excel, and put there the work, spare time, working school, and when I did my master degree in master thesis, I did a Gantt chart where I describe in which phase I am and will go on. So the planning is very primary, and it is very good to do at the beginning of the studies. Yes, thank you.
Thank you too. We have also one question that whether it is possible to attend the Saturday studies from home by computer, or if there are classes on Saturdays. I would like to ask from Katri. Can you answer this, please?
Yes, sure, absolutely. The general organization of the studies is that we would like most of the study days to take place in our campus. Regarding the Helsinki program, then in the Helsinki campus in Technopolis Ruoholahti. Why we would like our students to come to class? A few reasons to that. First, the overall organization of the program is such that there is actually quite a heavy emphasis on individual work. So besides having lectures, you will be working on your own or in small teams for a considerable amount of additional time. As has been mentioned here previously, in many occasions, the studies is not only about knowledge, it's about networking, it's about meeting people, it's about developing connections, and it's about social relationships. We know that to quite a big extent, the social side can be replaced or mimicked in the virtual world, but nothing keeps you at your studies better than regularly meeting in class with your course mates, your peers, people in the same group, because this is very often the real reason what motivates you to come, to keep going, not to quit, to show up if your motivation is low for yourself, if you are tired, you are exhausted, etc. So while we do understand that there might be exceptional situations when students can't attend, and we try to work around these situations if they are announced early enough and negotiated with the teachers. On the other hand, we still are very, very much looking forward to keeping real lectures in real classroom with real people as soon as the virus situation eases up and we are allowed back to school, because although current experiment has gone remarkably well for EBS, it also has taught us a lot about the value of meeting in class real time.
Thank you, Katri. One question to Kaisa. Somebody is asking if is it possible to apply to both programs, to Helsinki and Tallinn?
Good question. Let me just answer. The program itself is similar. It's the same program. So as if you have the possibility, then I would definitely recommend you to do that, to try to combine courses from both Tallinn and Helsinki. That would give you the extra international experience. Even living in Finland and taking courses in Tallinn and EBS Helsinki, that gives you extra international experience, extra networking possibilities. You could meet both course mates in Tallinn and in Helsinki. And that is something that our graduates have brought out, that networking and that good contacts that you could later use. So sure, go ahead, and if you could do that, then why not?
Thank you. There is one question that I can also answer myself. Somebody is asking that do my studies get longer if I go on exchange studies, and are there any scholarships available? No and yes, meaning that no, your studies will not get longer because of the third semester is practically all available for you to design it yourself. You can go either abroad as exchange student, you can use maybe summer university courses, you can come and take some minors here in EBS Tallinn. You can also choose some of the minors from universities in Finland, for example, or if somebody wants to use Erasmus internship experience, also that is possible. So this one semester was meant to be for students that they can design their learning path and this way develop more their own career based on the interests and needs. No, that will not make your studies longer. But yes, there are scholarships available, meaning that if you choose to go to our Erasmus Plus partners, the list of school is really excellent, I would say, and there are good grants available for you to study one semester abroad, and this all our outgoing exchange students can use when they choose to go to Erasmus Partner School. And this is really very good support concerning also money. Yes, and one more question to Katri, that there is one specialization available to Helsinki, but if I want to study marketing, can I combine also somewhat Helsinki and Tallinn studies?
Thank you for the question. There are some combination possibilities. First, I want to emphasize that when you select a specialization, this is like a full entity. So you have to study the specialization so that you will get a specialized master degree. However, this third semester of electives or exchange is a possibility for you now to take up courses in any other area. So, for example, if you would be interested in marketing, then and select the specialization of management and leadership in Helsinki, then you could come and take the first part of the marketing specialization in Tallinn during your third semester, because how this specialization is taught in Tallinn is that it always takes place on one specific day, once after 2 weeks. So it would just require you one bi-weekly travel to Tallinn, and you will get also the first semester knowledge of the marketing specialization during your third semester. And likewise, if you are interested in finances, you can select the first semester courses of the finance module or specialization as your elective courses during your third semester. So there are some possibilities to get also input from other specializations. Thank you.
Thank you, Katri. I believe we have covered more or less the whole program and the aspects of studies at the EBS Helsingi Master's program. We have reached the end of the webinar. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to write us and ask. Thank you for spending this hour with us. Thank you to our wonderful team. And we are looking forward to welcoming you at EBS Helsingi or EBS Tallinn, and hopefully already this summer. I wish everyone a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.